Hi guys, welcome back to Scales Rising Tarot. We're going to be doing the Capricorn bonus read for the month of January. Just kind of get whatever else we need to get out there. We're going to be doing a lot of different things, kind of touching on maybe where you're at in love, maybe past situation, maybe something new. I don't know. We'll see what comes out. All right. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. Check your other placements. There might be something there. So I'm using the Creativity Oracle deck. Kind of just some advice, maybe. See where we're going to go. Well, we're going to pull a spirit message at the end and do some tarot. And watch my hair do multi-million different things. All right, what do we have for the Capricorns? Creativity wise, what are we looking at? Recycle. Right. With new start on the bottom. Recycle. Learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future with new start on the bottom. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must start anew. I feel like what that's trying to tell you is, sometimes you need to take all that life lessons that you learned from the past, you need to recycle it, and start new. Like, take all that history and just be like, all right, these are the lessons I've learned from this. What am I going to use going forward? All right. It's kind of like a fun little message there. It's all about, I don't know, I feel like it's like taking the good parts of it and rebuilding. All right. What does the elemental oracle need to tell us? Where are we going to start out with Capricorns? Might tell us nothing. There we go. And we have building, protection, and purity. I feel like this kind of ties into that recycling and the new start. It's like rebuilding something, knowing that you're protecting what you're building, but you want it pure. Like, you want something that's pure, that's strong, that isn't contaminated, with all the BS from the past or, those crappy inherent life lessons that we unfortunately learn along the way. Let's see what tarot has to tell us. So this is about new beginnings. So let's see where we're headed. Where's Capricorn's headed? All right, one more shuffle. All right, what does Capricorns need to know where they're headed? Everything decided to fly out. We're not going to take all that. What do Capricorns need to know? This new start, this building, the Forest Lord coming out with the Green Mother. I believe that's the Emperor and the Empress. It is. I feel like whatever it is you're building kind of one of two things. You're starting to understand your masculine plus your feminine energy and starting to intertwine them. Maybe equal them out a little bit. I feel like this is also you kind of standing in your power, but at the same time bringing new ideas, bringing new changes to your world. For some of you, this could be bringing new children into the world. But I feel like it's really you kind of standing your ground. And on top of that, you have counterpart energy here. So I feel like it's you coming into meeting your match at the same time. All right, what else do we have coming in for Capricorns? Everything wants to talk right now. Ooh. I feel like you're going to be finding some balance in the way you communicate. I think you've been kind of teetery-tottery. I don't know if that's really a word, but, we're going to go with it. It's maybe kind of like this back and forth. You're like weighing out the options. Maybe you feel like you've been kind of carrying some weight on your shoulder and you've been trying to balance that out, especially when it comes to financial responsibility, foundations, growth that you've been doing. And I feel like it's finally like time for you to take that stance. Be open and honest and clear about what it is you want, how you want to bring it in. And it's a lot about like what you're desiring with the Keeper of Visions here. This fish is kind of just swimming on his own, but he's moving with the flow of things. I don't know if that made sense, but in all honesty, I'm really kind of digging this read. All right, tell me about this Forest Lord and the Green Mother. Can you tell me about that? Let's get some more info. Just pull me one, please. There we go. Ooh, Ace of Visions, the Ace of Cups. I feel like this is like that new love counterpart that's coming in. Whether that's you understanding how to really love yourself, both sides of yourself, or whether you're meeting your counterpart. But I feel like it's something new, and I feel like it matches your energy. I don't know if you can see this really well or not, but this swan is like reflecting into itself. And the only difference is like this little necklace you have. And I feel like it's you meeting your match, you reflecting, you mirroring somebody, your dreams, your thoughts, your desires, what it is that you want to create, what you want to build. The Forge is the Temperance card. It's in this deck, it's like taking that time, taking that patience, and doing it right. All right, tell me about this Two of Boon and the Seeker of Challenges. I got a card flipped over. We have the Four of Spells, which is the Four of Wands? Four of Wands, sorry. That's the marriage card. So, like, maybe you're seeking some kind of, I feel like you're meeting your counterpart, like, or you're setting yourself up to meet that counterpart. Two of Boons. We have the Ten of Boons, and there it is. It's with the wide world on the bottom. The wide world, I believe, is the world. Yes, it's that new chapter, that new cycle, and whatever it is, that balancing act that you've been doing, that you're finally being very clear about, that you're like, I don't want to balance this anymore. Like, it is balanced. I am set. I am ready to go. And that finally brings in that, like, that, I want to say solidarity, but that's not really the right word I'm looking for. It's more like, I feel like it's like that happy home life, that gathering of like-minded individuals that bring you support and function and abundance and growth, that celebrate with you, all those people that are going to sit down at that table and eat dinner with you, share all that with you. And I feel like that's due to the fact that I feel like I love this energy. Oh, good Lord. It's like starting that new chapter, you're like, the Liar is the devil card in here, but I don't read that as like toxicity or negative thoughts. I feel like that's you standing in your power. You're finally succumbing to your intuition, and you're allowing it to guide you. And with the star here, Aquarius energy, I honestly feel it's like you're dreaming. You're finally dreaming that world that you want. And what are you doing? You're full-fledged heading toward it with the Eight of Spells here. You know, owls are wise. They know what they want and they go after it. The Child of Spells, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Visions, the Six of Cups. I feel like this is like that childlike innocence where you're starting to really learn how to love life again. You know, and you're focusing on new beginnings, like just where's this passion going? Where's this drive going? And you're taking that leap forward. Man, I love this for you. Wow. And then we got the Spore of Spells with the Folly. I feel like this is like heading towards creating the world that you want. And the Tower card can be talking about like chaos and knocking things down and all kinds of stuff. But I feel like you're just so much at this point where you've done so much healing, you've done so much work on yourself, and you're just like, you want to explore the world and you just want to run up these stairs and you just want to be like, I'm going to make it to the top. I'm going to celebrate. And I'm going to enjoy it while I do it. God, that's such a beautiful energy. I love that. I cannot leave this card untouched. This is, I believe, the Justice. I'm still learning these decks, so you'll have to bear with me. This is the Death card. The Death. All right. With the Council of Animals. I love this. I love this deck. Absolutely love it. So I feel like whatever it is you're doing, it's the Council of Animals is the Judgment card. So with Death and Judgment, I feel like you are finally looking at the whole picture. And you're like, all the endings that I've dealt with in my life, whether that's friendships, relationships, actual losses, whatever that is, I'm finally okay with it all. You know, I've got my ships coming in. I know how to get what I want, and I'm going to make it happen. I know you can't read all these cards, but it's just what I see. And I love that for you. I feel like this huge transformation in yourself with this Death card is about finally hitting that moment where you've accepted everything as it is. You've went through this journey. You know, you're no longer waiting for those ships to come in. You're going to go get those ships with this Three of Challenges and the Keeper of Challenges, which is the Three of Wands and, the Three of Swords. It's like moving past that heartbreak. And the Keeper of Challenges, the King of Swords, being really honest with yourself. And the Weaver of Spells here is that Queen of Wands. It's like, I know what I want. I'm going to make it happen. I don't know. I love that for you. It's beautiful. But I feel like maybe you need to take it both ways too. I don't know. I feel like it's a new era for Capricorns. A brand new era. It's kind of a gorgeous energy. I really like that for you. All right. We're going to see what Moonology has to tell you. See if there's anything else that Capricorns need to know. Sorry, I probably read weirder than the other readers. I don't know. Eventually, maybe I'll get somebody to hear all this. I don't know. I'm going to keep doing it, though. All right, what do we have for Capricorns? What is it they need to know? What do you want them to know? Speak your world into your beginning and honor your feelings and focus on the positive. So I feel like that's reiterating what I've been telling you is you have this new start. You have taken all those lessons you've been learning. Everybody's healing. But whatever wounds that you've taken on and however lifespan that you've lived, I feel like it's time for you to like just go out and be you. Be the Capricorn. Whether you're that Capricorn that goes out and makes things happen, whether you're the wild and crazy one, whether you're quiet and shy, I see good things coming in. I see things that maybe you didn't think was possible. And it's all those life lessons that you've learned, that you've taken in, you've worked on. I don't know, I just love that for you. Is there anything else Capricorns need to know? Anything else Capricorns need to know? I got Sun card coming out. I know everybody wants me to read signs, but it's all about energy. All right, anything else for the Capricorns? We have the Six of Wands coming out. It's all about having that victory, especially that victory after that long, long battle, that struggle. Finally being in the limelight of something or being recognized for all that hard work and that effort that you've been putting into things. We got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords coming out. And I feel like that's like really focusing on your dreams, lighting that spark and letting the world see the real you with that Queen of Swords. Anything else for Cappies? Ooh, I see the King of Wands coming in with the Chariot. We have counterpart energy again with the Lovers on the bottom and the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Pentacles. To me, this tells me like whatever battles, whatever challenges that you've been going through, because everybody goes through that. Everybody has their own healing process. Everybody has their own way of dealing. And a lot of it, like for me personally, I just sit down with my emotions. Like I know they're there. I know they're valid, but why do I feel them? And it's been a long struggle because everybody has childhood trauma that they have to deal with. And sometimes you have to sit down and you got to be like, why? Why am I dealing with this? Why do I allow this into my life? But I feel like after all of this time, learning and dealing and recycling emotions and what are these lessons I'm learning? What are these lessons I'm not learning? Why do I keep bringing this person in? Why do I not have something healthy? After all of that battling within yourself, the outside world, the things going on in the world, like COVID and isolation and all that other stuff. So a friend of mine once said to me that humans are not meant to be solitary creatures. And I fully believe that we're not meant to be. I believe that we're meant to be interactive, that we're meant to be, like, touch is a big thing for a lot of humans. Some touches, not so much. I'm kind of a touch me not, but I also am a cuddler. Kind of weird. But I feel like Capricorns are hitting that point where they've been through all these challenges. They've been through all this, and they're finally seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. They're finally feeling recognized for who they are. They're finally feeling some kind of victory for making headway in whatever life issues you've been dealing with. And they're finally focusing on, I'm this queen. I want to say a cuss word, but we'll leave it at that. I'm this queen. I can make it happen. All right. And I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not going to take less than what I deserve. And if you're going to show up right. Or else I'm going to move on with this Chariot, or I'm going to continuously moving forward. Like, I see the King of Wands as somebody who, they have their stuff together, but they might not show emotionally. They know how to get stuff done. They're passionate about things. They might be passionate about you. But I think you guys can progressively make an awesome couple, and you guys can move forward with the Chariot. But you have choices. The Chariot is yours to drive. It's Cancerian energy, which is the opposite end of your spectrum. So maybe you should hear the Cancer read. No, I feel like you have an option though. The Chariot, you can pick left, you can pick right, you can go straight. You drive your own Chariot. And you're driving straight into the Lovers, which is a decision. But you have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of it. So it's, what do you want to decide? What is good for you? You know, I feel like sometimes feeling like you're in that independent, confident energy kind of gets you a little stuck in your head sometimes, but I feel like you're moving away from that energy with that Knight of Swords. You know, you're starting to leave that type of thinking, that thought process. You're leaving it in its wake, is what I'm feeling. You know, and I feel like you're closing that out to focus on you, to take care of yourself, focus on your dreams, your stability, your abundance. You know, you've done the hard work. You're starting to trust yourself, and you're taking that leap of faith. And whatever that is, I think it has some kind of peaceful resolution to what you want to create in your world. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with really just you. Past heartache, past breaks. I feel like that got really super intense when it wasn't supposed to. I'm sorry, guys. All right, we're going to kind of do a quick love read and just see what's going on love-wise. I do feel like you have a counterpart coming in, though. Like, you have the Emperor and the Empress. You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands coming in. You got the Chariot, the Lovers. You know, I feel like there's love headed your way. Let's just see if it's healthy love. All right, what do we got for Cappies? What do we have for Capricorns? Anything else? All right. What do I got for my beautiful Capricorns? The butterfly came out. All right, let's see what picture we have painted here. I have date, passion, love, the runner, butterfly, coffee cup. I feel like you met somebody. You know, it was like you getting back out there and you kind of dating. There was a lot of passion for each other. It was kind of like in this insane amount of chemistry, you know, maybe sexual. And then kind of you let down your guard a little bit. And you kind of like let that love kind of in. And whatever that was, I feel like that scared that person off. And maybe that kind of set you back a little bit and kind of flipped that switch for you. But I feel like you're kind of at that point now where you're like, I'm just going to accept it for what it really is, you know, and I'm still going to continue. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do things with coffee cup here. You know, I'm going to go out, I'm going to spend my time with my friendship. I got the coffee card in there. And I feel like by you doing that, it's kind of liberating you a little bit. And it's like this kind of weird cycle, like you met somebody, there was a lot of sexual chemistry there, you know, and that kind of turned into love. Maybe you let your guard down, let your feelings in, and that person just kind of took off. And you're just like, you know what? it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to go out. I'm going to spend time with my friends. I'm not going to take all that time mourning this relationship that could have been something, but obviously it wasn't meant to be. And, you know, I think that's finally you liberating your emotions. In a way, it's like transitioning into something else. It's like, I don't know, being free. You know, if this person didn't want to meet you where you're at, then you accept it. It just wasn't meant for you. I'm just going to pull one card per of these because obviously they all come flying out and they wanted to make a statement. So let's see what they got. All right, tell me about date, please. Give me one for dates. Top to bottom. There we go. All right. King of Wands showing up again. Ooh, past energy. This might have been somebody you knew in your childhood. I feel like they're super guarded. Like, I feel like that's kind of what crush it is. They're super guarded. Like, they want to come in, they want to make a love offer, but it's not really enough. You know, but they're trying to figure out ways to do that. But what I'm looking at is it's somewhere where you kind of wanted to plant a seed. It's somewhere where you maybe wanted to lay down some roots, but I think you're kind of figuring out that passion, that sexual desire isn't really good for you. It's kind of more painful than what it's really worth. And I feel like with the Death card here, it's something you wanted to transform into something, but I feel like it's something that's more easily pretty much gone. Like you put an end to it. And a lot of it probably had to do with the Devil card coming in. You know, I don't feel it so much as like maybe they're manipulative or anything like that. I feel it's more like a negative thought about fear. So you ended it. You know, you're focused on new things. Like, what is it I can bring into my world? So I feel like this is that past energy that you have going on that has put you to that point now where you're at acceptance and you're focusing on the good in your life. All right, let's get a message from Spirit. I don't know, I see all good things for you. Here's the spiritual message for Capricorns at this time. What is the spiritual message? I know everybody wants to know, is that past person coming back? I might do a quick pull on that really fast. All right, what does Spirit need to tell you? What do you need to hear? What is your spiritual message for the day, the month, the end of January? Your message is breathe. So sometimes you need to just stop and take a breath and be proud of yourself. You know, and a child's love, I feel like this is like you digging deep, you know, finding that inner childlike love that sees the world in different ways. You know, so the spirit's telling you, just stop, take a breath. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of the work that you put into yourself. Be proud of where you are now, your accomplishments. And with a child's love, maybe get in touch with your inner child. You know, what does that have to tell you? There's so many different decks. All right, for those of you wondering if that past person is coming back or if they're going to step up, I've already told you, I feel like you have new love coming in. I feel like you have a counterpart coming in. We are going to ask. And for those of you wondering, your money does look good this month. Or towards the end of the month. But you are Capricorns. I mean, let's be real. Capricorns like their money. I am a Capricorn moon. I totally understand. Alright, one more shuffle. Is this past person coming back? What can you tell me about this past person coming back? For those of you who want to know. I don't know what that was. We're going to go with no. Maybe. The Magician and the Queen of Swords. I have the Moon coming out. I feel like it's kind of unknown. I had the Moon, the Knight of Wands, the World, the Five of Cups on the bottom with the Eight of Cups. I'm going to go with, this is a no. And if they do, I don't think they come back correct. I feel like they're coming in to kind of confuse your world up a little bit. You know, I feel like they've been kind of watching and seeing what you're going to do with the Knight of Wands. You know, kind of filling it out. You know, with the World here, they might want to be starting a new chapter, but I feel like, I feel like they're bringing a regret. You know, I think they're coming in just to walk out, and I think you need to take your effort and energy somewhere else. But you do you, because you have free will, and it is your life. I do not live it for you. So, that's what I got for you, Capricorns. Thank you. Have a good day.